Here that we thought.
So do we not have Myrtle Place then?
The turtle dragon, you guys know, is on Car, on the Isle of Car, Khar. I think that's what you already had, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then minor sticking point, the Dohaki's temple. Do you guys know where that was already?
I had the temple in the mountains of Kar.
No. So I'm putting it on northern Zephyr.
Okay.
ZETH''KUR.
KUR?
Mm-hmm. And that'll matter for stuff later. And then you guys have Scatho, correct? Mm-hmm. So Scatho is on Stone Tusk Isle.
Thank you.
In Scathog. And I know I put it originally somewhere north, but I couldn't remember where.
And
so
what?
In Scathog. Where'd I go? SCATHOG.
So it's close to its temple?
Yeah.
Because I have its temple in Scathog.
I did use the same place.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's on Stone Tusk Isle in the city of Scathog. I wasn't quite sure. I thought it was the same place, but I wanted to just tell you because I finished placing all my godstones.
Exciting.
Now that things have played out, I know.
This is
Where
session
did we go?
23 or 25, buddy.
It is 25.
24.
Where'd my last session notes go?
Can't you?
I don't know, my guy. I can help you with that.
And at the moment, you guys do not have the Stone of Terror.
Oh, that's the session right there. I just doubled it 24. That's what I did.
In this version of reality, you guys do not have it.
We don't have what?
We don't have a stone of tarot.
So did we place Morto and Myrta then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They are placed.
What are you wanting?
So, tarot?
TERO.
Oh, okay.
God, how many you want?
3.
1, 2. No, you gotta look for the brightest.
Oh, fine then.
Goodness
Call
gracious.
me out the failure then.
Ah.
Do you guys need more batteries?
Probably.
How do I?
That one, probably that one.
By the way, on my notes, I just titled the session
That
WTF.
one.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Ooh. Guess what?
What?
I should be able to send out my plates. Another one. Ready?
Oh, finally!
I forgot that we were good recorded.
You want to do rolls?
I needed to catch you at some point.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do it in session or not. Maybe you can just be thinking about it.
Nice, it's just
So,
right
earlier in the game, a big deal was made about you buying those horseshoes.
Okay.
Obviously, you would not have ever purchased those.
Well,
So-
they disappeared when I died the first time, so I...
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So, that's...
Well, then that solves that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You should have frozen up because we gave you something new.
I was gonna let you pick a replacement item. That
How dare
felt
you be a good soul.
Well, Trey, we know what not to.
I just try to be the kind of player that I would want in my DVDs.
That he wishes you would be.
Don't get your hopes up.
It's a nice way to put
We
it.
talk about the fact that he wants to play a necromantic BBEG that literally breaks the laws of D&D, so the only way that it would work is if it was the BBEG. Would John be the final boss? I maintain the second, not the first. Actually, it should be Meryl Hawk. I believe she's gonna.
Any other ones need a
I
light?
think Mercy.
You think Mercy?
Because the charm ability would be easier to
As the final title? I don't know, man.
I don't have to go with the orphan.
I
know you want to.
see.
You're that disciplined.
Do you want some brighter ones that I just changed batteries for?
For whenever it is.
Oh boy.
It could be Centaurea. Or it could be Mercy Ward.
By then we'll finish the might have a different opinion.
We might have a different opinion. I still think I'd be feral for it.
Okay.
/ I can text her right now and see.
I must find the red that will lead me to prosperity.
Well, which redhead is it? You've met so many. That's so exciting.
Hedgehog shouting.
Is that the thunder?
Probably.
No, it's true.
Same thing, right?
Pretty much. She's chasing her tail again.
We need our banners and menus. What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm slowly losing my mind.
Stop. Are we recording?
Yes, we
Yeah.
Did my comments make it on the recording or do I need to?
Unsure.
I feel like I started that a while ago, so I think you're good. You want to say it again?
Maybe one.
Free.
Alright, so in place of a traditional recap, I would like us to take a couple of minutes and figure out what the fuck has actually happened in the new version of the timeline.
With the bullshit timey-wimey stuff?
Yes. So, for the most part, and I guess I can wait till Alex is back. So,
Probably want to be able to hear all of this.
I just
Also, every
realized
time to be
you
able to get my hands free to take pictures.
Hags.
Pilots.
No, it's just one. That I'm aware of. What's in the swamp? Hags. I'm sorry, what? Hags. It's a nice water. It's a nice water spin you got there. Where'd you get it from?
I thought you all, because you all seem really interested.
That's a really good play. Hey, hey.
You don't want that to sit here.
I don't just want that sitting there. So I have to pull my own out. Because you're doing stupid things with the
So, as far as any major changes that would have occurred, as mentioned before, you guys do not have tarot that ever happened. You do not know who Maida is. You've never met her. You would have stayed for 5 weeks in the city of the dwarves, waiting for your ship to be built. And about halfway through, you would have realized what Olagu had done. So there probably would have been a great big blow up.
God damn it.
And way back at the beginning of the campaign, when you guys were on that boat, okay, Stratos would not have been able to get you out of that cell. So
How did he get us out of this?
he used his legs. That was the only reason he was able to break you guys out. So he wouldn't have gotten you guys out. You guys would have been on the ship when it blew while Kai was trying to get you guys out.
Did Kai die?
No.
Okay.
Well, Kai's people were getting you out. If you guys remember, he had sent people on the boat to get you. So a little bit more time would have been spent there in healing, getting better, and whatnot. Other than that, I don't think there's any major changes, and I don't even know if that constitutes major.
What godstones are we currently in possession of?
We have
You only have Scatho, but you know about Dohaki because of
And where's
Wait, do they know?
Dokaki?
I do. We established this before we did
Yeah,
last
so
time.
you know.
I know.
I was
So
gonna go
everybody
there.
knows.
So hockey
Because I'm a good person.
Okay.
is on Car, Khar, and the temple is on Northern Zephyr. ZETH''KUR. I apologize for all those spellings. I did not create the names of these places.
That was a question I had for the breakdown. Like, where if this all this stuff came from a campaign book or if it was you're doing.
We established that Stratos from the get-go looked like a royal Atlantean, right?
From the very beginning.
Okay.
Which would have caused problems probably in the cell and when he was taken. Because they would have recognized him as a royal Atlantean, but they took all of you anyway. So that conversation would have been different that you would have heard in the cells. You would have known that they were looking for a redhead from the beginning. Anything else? Do you guys have any questions about how things might have changed?
I feel like I'm just gonna kind of wing it and hope I get it right.
Do we know that he's Royal Atlantean because of a curse, not because he's actually blood in the family?
No.
We do not know that.
No.
Would you have told us?
Yeah, I feel like because we have the
Because we established
conversations
early on that he
change
was a
back and
Centaur.
forth.
Yeah,
curse.
so you would be able to tell them, but you don't know that it's from a curse.
Did you know that you were cursed?
You,
Well, I mean,
you don't,
it's
don't
like when
think
I
there
was a
any
centaur,
conversation that it
I
was
changed.
potentially a
I
curse.
changed after I was killed during the raid on my homeland.
That was always the story he gave us, so that was kind of our assumption that it was. Because it was forced upon him.
Right. Okay, so yeah. So I guess you could have made the assumption that it was a curse.
We don't know if that's true, that's just our assumption.
Right. And the irony is,
We've tried to remove curse and it didn't work.
well, but the irony is you guys are the ones who did it.
Yeah.
You were always the ones who did it.
Yeah.
Were we the ones who did it, or was Olagur the one who did it?
Irony is that Olagu is always going to do it. Maybe that's why you innately hated Olagu.
There are variety of reasons to
It had nothing to
it.
do with your alignment,
Variety of reasons to innately hate Olagur, buddy.
or that you turned us into the Flying Dutchman.
I think it's kind of nifty, to be
I
honest.
mean, it's OC. It's awesome.
Right. he decided to do that, and I was like, I just want to see it happen. I'm not gonna have anyone roll to see if they notice.
Passes the vibe checks. Let's go.
All right.
Did we work out, since we had extra time, how much gambling we would have done?
You had 5 weeks.
Which was how many days and how many hours a day would give us? An average. We came up with the quick roll.
I'll give you 6 hours a day before they kick your ass out. And they probably would not let you do it for the full 6 weeks because you scammed.
Or 5 weeks.
5 weeks, sorry. So
Where was that conversation? That didn't help.
I'll give you 20 days at 6 hours a day.
At that period of time, with making the lanterns and the helmets for the miners, how much gold would I have made for that?
What was the price per unit? I know we settled on that, didn't we?
I'm not sure, but I think I was saying like 250 for the set.
250 gold.
Yeah, because it took a lot of my time and
Yeah.
a lot of tweaking. I think I had 5 sets available to me the first time around. But I don't know how much more I would have made over 5 weeks.
Okay, that's why you're pulling out the name dice.
You said 20 days? Out of the 5 weeks?
Huh?
You said 20 days out of the 5 weeks? Yeah, that's a cock one. Well, that's a lot of those numbers.
You're on a bad streak, my guy.
Does that mean you typically have like 5 times? How many times? 20 times?
This is for average gambling rules. I don't think the 420 works for that. So
You'd have made 2,500 off of it
Okay.
after paying for materials and whatnot. That was the roll I was making. I was trying to determine if you sold one set a day,
Yeah.
what percentage would you get to keep after
Right.
costs. So figured that was the easiest way to do that.
Didn't you get a weapon of like warning or something?
Yeah. Orion.
Me too.
Short bow of one.
You
Okay.
all
I cover 30 feet.
You all
cover
got
30 feet.
some kind of special item after.
It was because, you mean the one with the dwarves upgraded one of our items? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That's what happened last week, and I told you to pay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't.
But
tell you to do that.
I've had
What
the
was
dagger
it
of
you
warning
had me
for a
do?
little bit.
Sorry.
What was it that I did?
I don't know if you guys.
Was there an option of something?
It's green. Coconut.
Is there another item you would
Yeah,
like to
nanny.
need?
I already did that. It's a
Yeah. one of your
long
items.
sword
I said the
plus
It's
math
supposed to be like a
and the
plus
items
one,
recommendations, so that way we can reference it.
or like a common magical item, like something that you already have. Like I had a short bow,
Yes.
and I could have either done a short bow plus one.
Oh,
Or
so
a
you just
magic
giving me the
short bow
math of what you
that's
made?
common.
Yeah,
So
for
that's
anybody else
over
that
the plus
wanted
one
to spend time
myself,
gambling.
since I
Yeah.
used up the most.
That's the,
I
Oh,
think
that's just-
double-bladed
yeah,
magic
that's
is
the text that we, that's
I would have
Double
gambled,
blades
but not as much as you.
So did you just take my numbers?
Here.
My number I gave you.
I worked out, let's see, 6 hours is 20, that's 24 dice. Or it's 24 d20, so I just rolled them all, now I'm gonna do the math. Unfortunately, I see a lot less of that. Alright, let's see.
Can you not put your name there?
You
Sorry.
might not have made good money.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see.
Trying to hit it again.
It might balance out, because I have a lot less than 5, but also a lot above 15. So we will see.
Oh, I guess you guys did, because you two, you have that timeline site thing.
Yeah, we had like a dream or something.
Well, so what it is you guys have that ability where once a day you can look into someone's past or future, and you ended up seeing while you were in the temple, because it costs no use in the temple, it's just active. You guys ended up seeing what happened in the temple. So you two know that Maida was there, but you got no idea who that is. You just know that there was some blue woman there. And that she was protecting the group. And you know you aren't there, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
So you guys did see that, and I think you guys did convey that to me last session.
Hey, look.
Oh, so you might have already
Oh,
done
that's
it.
nice.
Okay. That might be what the little red star is for. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Did
when
you?
you guys would have been in the Temple of Mirta, your family tree, Stratos,
Yeah.
all your leads were dead,
Including my sister.
including your sister. The
Interesting.
only live one is
My wife.
your wife.
Instead
You
of
and
a
your
dog, would you have had a catfish?
What?
Instead of a dog, would you have had a catfish
For
for your
what?
pet?
What do you mean?
For your pet that died? The dog?
No longer
Or was
the
that
same.
Midas?
That was Midas.
Yeah.
The vision you would have had in front of the mirror of death is your sister standing on trial in front of the council.
Okay.
And, basically being executed for her crimes against the country
Executed by who?
by the council.
Okay. All right. So
and that one of the council members is King Regent, standing in until you're found.
Okay. Did I see Stratos, the guard that raised me, in my vision at all?
Yes.
Because I took his name.
Yes.
Okay. Just curious.
He was there.
I also gambled and I rolled a lot better than him.
It's okay, I think my number of days is equaling out to be
The only
large
thing I
positive.
ask when you guys do that gamble thing is that you send me your wins to losses,
Full send it.
just so I have an idea, because that can get kind of overwhelming.
Does that
Broken.
mean I have to
Yeah.
attune to it? Or
So
no?
I just want to minimize the brokenness.
That's fair.
So I would get rid of this one and get rid of the regular one. Go trade it in for that one.
Is there anything else?
No, I'm just ready to
Wins?
wing it.
That is the culmination of my wins. And I think I rolled like 6 or 7. I had all wins. It took me a little bit. Trey's using art dice to try, and I couldn't use it. Would it have been possible for me to spend some time while on that island looking for shops that held inert magic items?
Yes, there is a magic shop.
Okay.
And now that magic is starting to exist again, they know that they're magic items, and they're actually working.
Okay.
Because people are starting to learn magic again.
Absolutely. Let me see what I've asked you for in the past, oh lord. Would I be able to find a necklace of prayer beads? I will send you the link. I'm officially the richest I've ever been.
I did want a campaign that used more money. And I do think you guys have been using more as well as earning more.
I mean, as opposed to the crystals we use on.
You think so?
Well, you guys did use those quite a bit, I guess.
Shoot, why
I've done the math.
Why am I pooping on the name of the island?
The Mirror Miles.
Mirror Miles, thank you.
That was fun. I liked the idea.
Yeah,
of it.
I mean,
I've done the math.
it's an island with a lot of sex.
So
Yeah, that's
there was
gonna
at
be
least
fixed.
3 sex.
It's
That's gonna have to be fixed. There's no way I can let that stand. I already know how it's going to be fixed. We're good.
You suddenly get taxed.
Please, I'm an expert at evading those.
No, you're not. That's how you ended up in jail. If you were an expert, you might not have ended up there.
I have, that's already.
I'll make sure my notes match yours. We've
You said you want
placed
one of
6
blessing?
godstones, watermelons,
We have.
because we're level 11.
Let me
no,
pull it
prayer
back up.
beads. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let me answer that real quick. Yeah, just some prayer beads.
And then, so you roll to determine how many beads are on there, and then I roll to determine, or I tell you what types of beads are on there.
So the necklace has 1d4 plus 2 magic beads.
But then it says the GM decides the type of each bead on the necklace, or determines it randomly.
So I mean, like, if I rolled that it had, what is the max, like 10, I'm guessing you would roll 10 d20s, or you could just deal
Tell
out
you,
like the
okay.
amount. And it does it. Okay, so it does reset the next one.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and roll? That'll probably be a pricier item. I'm thinking probably like 5,000.
Okay.
For something like that, particularly considering how rare magic is still.
If it makes any difference, not to the price, but like to my ability to get it, I would have been willing to work with a blacksmith to try and make them, or like help them through that process if I could.
You wouldn't have had any problem getting them.
Okay,
You just would have paid a pretty penny for it.
that's fine.
And I think with the way money has been going, I feel okay telling you to spend
5,000,
that much.
that's fine. Let's see. So I got 8 because I got 4 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay. Where did the extra plus 2 come from?
So it's this necklace has 1d4 plus 2. My bad.
Yeah.
I rolled 2d4 plus 2. I liked my other roll better. 4 magic beads.
You want me to split the difference and just give you 5?
Sure. God is kind.
I'm gonna give you 2 of bless.
Okay.
God bless us.
1 of curing. Um, 2 of favor. And then I'll let you choose what that last bead is.
Alright.
It could be any, either one I've already given you.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you, O Lord. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 guns to replace.
Okay, that's what I thought. Good. And there's 15 total, so we have 9 more.
There's a little more than 15.
There's a little more than 15?
Let me check real quick.
Sorry, we kicked
15
you.
what?
Godstones?
Oh, 16. There's 16 godstones. 16
That we
of
know
the
of.
minor gods.
Of the minor gods, and then there are 2 of the major gods.
And then there's 1 each for
Yadro and Aliki.
correct.
So that's 18 total.
Yeah, 18 total.
So we have 12 more.
So you
But those 2 were never displaced.
those are still
Oh,
in place.
so we have 10 more.
Yeah, you got 2 more.
Alright.
It's not as bad as it sounds though.
Well, I mean, we
You
did
know
do 2 in a
where he
row.
Stashes it because he can't carry that much.
So it all depends on if Olga gets us killed with how our new ship looks.
I mean, I think you're just gonna have to like stash it on the ship somewhere, or you're gonna have to get a couple more magic
Bags of holding.
bags of holding.
Oh, it's gonna be stashed, most of it.
Stash.
I'm just asking if you need to know the specifics, or would that be a question that comes up later?
Why don't you tell me now, just for integrity's sake, and then I'll probably ask again when I need it.
I'll message you a screenshot once
Okay.
I finish the list.
Okay. Oh god.
Yeah.
For Orion in that time period, I have the Book of Ancient Secrets. So it says, on your adventures, you can add other ritual spells to your Book of Shadows. When you find such a spell, you can add it to your book. And all it takes, I need to have time to transcribe it, which takes 2 hours, and 50 gold pieces for rare inks needed to inscribe it. So, I have 150 gold pieces. If I spent all 150, could I add the ritual spells Telepathic Bond, which is what it sounds like, Commune with Nature, and Unseen Servant?
Yeah, I can get that to you. And those, because you did it in the tome, you're allowed to recast them, correct?
Yep, so I just cast them
Once a
as...
day.
Yep, well, I can just cast them as rituals. So I just...
But you can only perform, you can only perform a ritual once a day, can't you?
No,
Rituals
you
you
can-
can
Take 10
perform
minutes.
as much as you want, but they have a different casting time.
Yeah, so I can't do it in combat. Like, it's just something I couldn't
Yeah.
do in combat.
Unless it's a really slow combat.
Normally, if they
Yes,
actually
we do
on that,
time
it's 10
stop.
minutes to an
Yeah,
hour
that's-
to cast this ritual.
Alright, so last call so we can roll into it for today. Because I do want to get into a couple of things.
So we're back on the ship, and we're
Pirates.
yeah.
A la Pirates of the Caribbean.
So as you're walking back to the ship, Tiny turns and looks at you and says, I really missed you. Gone so long.
Gone?
Gone.
Where was I?
I don't know. I don't know where I was.
You don't know where you were?
Mm-mm.
Weren't you with me?
Well, I was. We were at the big god house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wasn't. I was in the water. It was like I never knew you, but I knew I knew you. It was like a dream, but it wasn't a dream. And I went looking, and looking, and looking, and looking, and then all of a sudden I was on your arm again.
Well, I think we're gonna have to think about this, Tiny. Think about like all the different why you weren't with me and why I don't remember. But I'm glad you're back with me.
I think your shinies play games.
I think my shinies play games.
Mm-hmm.
The Godstones.
Mm-hmm.
What games do you think they play?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We'll brainstorm it. Thank you for telling me though, Tiny.
Not allowed to leave again.
I don't think it was willingly. Does that make it better?
Maybe.
I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise. I tentacle promise. And I hold up my tentacle.
He wraps a tentacle around your finger and shakes.
Excellent. I'm really excited for when he's a full-size Kraken and he walks up to somebody who's like tentacle promise and they're trying to show their pinky.
So you said a full-size crackhead.
And then straps it around the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so as you guys arrive back at your boat, there are two lovely mushrooms standing at the top waiting for you. One has a very flat cap, and it's mostly brown with some dark black blotches. And the other one is this kind of long curly Q cap, and it's mostly white with, oddly, you almost think it kind of has gold trim on it. If a mushroom could have trim.
Hi, little buddies.
And they both hold out letters for you.
Oh, okay. Are these both for me?
Oh,
Thank you.
Mushrooms are delivering letters now.
bye!
Bye, I love you.
Hail and well met.
And they disappear.
I love you.
Love!
Excellent. So long as my tiny mushroom people still like me.
Alright. So, one of the letters that you received is just on a plain piece of parchment. The other one is on this very pristine white paper, and it does have a very simple gold emboss on the edges. Which one do you want to open first?
Let's do the plain sheet first.
Alright. So, when you open it, you receive this message. The winds are whispering with bad tidings. It would seem that a new storm is brewing. I hope to see you safely before the night. And you would recognize this one guy. And his probably should have been spoken, but I already said it was a letter.
It's fine. They're just switching things up. Alright, why are you looking at my notes?
And this is probably something everyone would be interested in.
Would you like to sit down with the rest of the class as we walk back to our ship?
Oh, I'm reading it aloud.
I'm
Oh,
looking over your shoulder as
can you
read
read?
it.
Can you read it again? The wind was quite loud.
The winds are whispering with bad tidings. It seems that storms are brewing. I hope to see you before the rain.
What the hell does that mean? Where'd you get that from?
This is from our brother, Kai. Alright, old brother. So the winds are whispering of bad tidings, bad vibes, bad vibes. Storms are brewing. Some shit's gonna happen. And he hopes that we are able to cross paths before the shit hits the fan.
I can message him right now.
Well, let's open the other one first and see what that says.
Oh,
Shit,
okay.
I've already hit the
Alright,
pictures.
Never
when
mind.
you open the other one,
Wrong person.
you realize that it's not a letter. It's some kind
It's
of
a
spell
book.
page.
It's a spelling page.
A spelling page.
What do you guys want to
Can
roll
I read
Arcana?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll Arcana.
I absolutely too, as I said, I'm reading over your shoulder.
Let's see what our resident paladins.
I need to pull up my Olgu character sheet, not for Rick. Characters. Where's my favorite Olgu? There's my favorite Olgu.
You don't have a character for a little bit?
19.
Mine's
19.
5.
Also 19.
I'm just going.
Just the three of you?
Uh-huh.
Alright, you recognize that this is an instant summons, and that there's an item attached to the spell. So you probably just have to rip the page to enact the spell.
So the two of them would recognize that.
And I'm just kind of
Will we
going.
recognize what it summons?
No, but you just recognize that it's a summons.
So do you actually reach out?
Yep.
A son.
She shreds it.
Alright, and in your lovely hand appears a letter, and I made a couple copies. I'm going to read it. So when you get it, in the letter, it's a pristine white sheet of paper with gold embossing all around, like this is fancy paper. And it says, "Well met. I apologize for the dramatics, but it would seem a mere 25 words would not be sufficient for the message I must send. These last months since you left me, can you believe that it has already been 2?
No.
Have seen much change. I work closely with Kai in order to secure new priests and priestesses for the temples. Some show a modicum of promise as high priests and priestesses. But it has been many years since our people have truly known the weight of the gods, of their love, their scorn. My days are wrought with the need for educating these new acolytes, and with keeping my eyes on your travels. There was a disruption in my sight for many weeks, and I was unsure as to your progress, much more your life. It was only last night that my eye could again focus on your welfare, but my sight is not always pleasant, and neither, I think, is this. Hear my words and hold them to heart. May they serve as a warning of what is to come. Be swift with your sails, for a shadow now follows. Be true to your promises, for even forgotten ones matter. Be silent with your step, or your silence will never end. Be a stranger to the rules, for soon the party must split. I hope that I may again get to see your face, that these tidings not be my last. Be sure to carry this blessing with you, split it among your friends. May the wind be steady at your back. May the mother and father favor your travels. Navara, High Priestesses of Fortana, may fortune ever be in your favor."
That's not ominous at all.
You're gonna put that in your top.
Okay. Anyone want to roll Arcana?
It's very pretty though. She has excellent handwriting.
You all might want to roll it.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So you recognize that she's imbued a blessing
24.
on the letter.
18.
You recognize that a blessing has been imbued, and if you were to rip up the letter and split it between you, you would carry that blessing. And basically, it just gives you what is that bard thing called?
Bardic
Inspiration.
inspiration.
Inspiration. But it just stays until you use it.
What's the D on that
D12.
inspiration? Okay. Dang, I won't get
So I'm
that
just gonna shred it up again and give each person a piece of it.
They don't actually shred them, but yes.
I got claws.
Feel free to keep them. Do you want me to just send the picture? I have
No,
it printed.
if I can remember how to do it, my phone can scan the words and I can just copy and paste into my notes.
I would love it if you would send a picture so that way I can take it back from him. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Navara, that's the woman we rescued from that keep ago, right?
She's the High Priestess of Fortana, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Where we dived off the cliff.
cliff.
Is that also
I'm
where we
gonna put it under
found the gentleman?
Nellie.
Yeah, Nellie.
It is also where we found Nellie and Nellie's submarine, and
Well, with both Kai's letter and this one, it seems to imply that something has changed and now we're being pursued.
be swift with your sails, for
I
a
feel a
shadow
lot
never
has
follows.
changed.
Be true to your promises, for even forgotten ones matter. Be silent with your step, or your silence will never end. We're gonna die. Cool beans. Be a stranger to the rules, for the party must split.
Does that mean we're going home?
Have we been to any parties recently? Or is it like party isn't like
I think
us?
it means adventuring party.
Do you actually know groups of people who refer to themselves as, oh, this is my adventuring party?
I think I just did that.
Well, I guess you're that person.
Be true to your
Work on it, the whole letter
promises,
of my notes
for
now.
even forgotten ones matter. Or is that simply referring to the Godstones?
Anybody make a promise?
We did. I mean, we made a deal
I don't.
to return the Godstones.
Some of us made several deals.
Why are you looking
As
at
we
me?
all look at
Do you feel like you've made any promises that perhaps you've forgotten recently
I made a vow.
to your wife?
Yes.
No,
Have you forgotten it?
None
No.
that I can think of.
I'm not forgotten it.
None that you.
Time you want me to remove that dream from me, I have no memory of it.
Why do I feel
Yeah,
like...
no problem. No promises made.
OC, hence the statement.
I know.
Well, I think that we know what two of the Godstones need to be placed, right? Because we have Stratos, and we know where Dukai is. So maybe, do you know where Stratos needs to be placed?
Scatho, we were instructed to perhaps be the last of the ones that we place for Scatho.
I'm still not sure about that.
Wrath will be great.
But it's said to be a stranger to the rules, so...
It's true.
It is true, but perhaps we want to go visit the dragon turtle?
Is that word the Dukaki? The Dokai?
I'm not familiar with the phrase that you just said. What did you say?
Dokai?
The hockey?
Dohaki? It's not the dirty term, it's the Godstone.
Replace the D with the B if you want the dirty term.
I think I understood that already, thank you.
There's just some innocents among us that may not understand it.
Get your hand off me. Or I will take it off by force.
You can try. I still have my friends.
And your horns.
OC and SE.
How many friends did I get to get last time?
Oh god.
I have so many.
You have...
Yeah, there's three.
I
didn't
wrote it
write it
down.
down.
I did. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh no, I added them all as extras. I
think she's spoken code because she was
7
afraid
zombies
that
and 1
somebody
permanent
might,
zombie. Which I'll of course
Get
upkeep daily.
intercept, thank you. I was trying to think of the football
Well,
term.
the point of it is you don't have
What's
to
football?
that one.
The permanent,
It's
correct, but the
sport.
7 I do.
It's kind of like goat ball.
It's kind of like goat ball. I don't know that I've ever actually played goat ball.
It's mostly a Goliath sport.
So what are plans?
Well, I think we should head back to the ship.
We are
You're
at
on
the
the
ship.
ship.
Oh, sorry. I feel things have changed.
Because
Val.
you got the two different letters.
So, do we want to head to Ka, or do we know where this dragon turtle is at?
We know where the dragon turtle is. The dragon turtle is, let me switch back to my main page of notes.
What do you think, Artemis?
I think I'm having an internal crisis.
Having an internal crisis?
On Car. The dragon turtle is on Car, and the
Oh.
temple is of Kerr. We've discussed this, brother.
I don't. Well, so are the 2 potential godstones on Ka then? The Dokai and then whatever the godstone the turtle has?
So they're the
The
same.
turtle has
They're
Oh,
one and the same.
the
the
same.
godstone of Dokai.
Just making so because
Hmm? Are you feeling alright?
no, but I think
Do you want to roll insight for me?
is Is Zordon alright?
Is he the redheaded you must follow?
23.
Okay. You get the feeling that that letter from Kai was a get the fuck over here now letter.
And where's
Like an urgent.
Like this is urgent and you guys need to meet up with me. But he was doing it without maybe giving things away. Because he's been speaking in tongues every time he reaches out to message you guys.
Yep.
I think Kai might be in trouble.
Should I message? I can message him right now.
Well,
With the fear of interception, we may not
how
want
would
to
you
give
message?
Do we know where he is?
Oh, well, if you
Casting.
wanna
Send
go directly to ear, then get his direction, and then we can cast off in that way.
Okay. I think that is a very astute observation. All right.
Would it be beneficial if I scry him?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Make sure that he's alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, he doesn't have to reply out loud. It can all be telepathic.
That's true.
yeah.
Although his mind might be being read.
Right, like we don't exactly. He may be.
Though if he's alone
He's-
or with somebody, that will not matter.
Well, he's speaking in code.
He's been speaking in code for the whole time. Through the messages. Because there's a fear of disruption ever since the twins were captured.
Hmm.
The communication network was constant, so all conversations have to be cryptic.
I also thought that said louder with chowder. Anyways, I think that would be a wise idea if you would be so kind as to scry on him.
Okay. So I am indeed going to, once we get settled on the boat, cast scrying.
Mm-hmm. Remind me how that works.
You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target, and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
It's that way.
So, knowledge, I'm familiar with Kai, right? I know the target well.
Yes.
So, Kai needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
But he can choose to fail.
If
he
he
does-
detects I'm doing it. So this is to see if he even detects me.
He will not.
Okay,
That's
so
a 2.
okay, well mine is 5, so -3. Alrighty. Okay, so on a successful save, the target isn't affected. On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration, which is 10 minutes. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
It isn't effective when there.
Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location, so do it to a creature. So, I scry, what do I see?
He's on the boat. It would seem that he is in his office currently, and he's talking to several people.
Okay.
And you can tell that they're looking over plans, but where the orb is and where they're standing, you can't see what plans they're looking at.
Okay.
But you can see, like, it looks to you like troop layouts and some kind of, like, blueprints. So it looks very technical and very serious to you. You recognize this kind of thing as, you would recognize this as some kind of, like, troop movement map. And tracking from your experiences.
Okay.
And that this is definitely some serious planning. And you catch phrases and words about hundreds could be killed. We don't have much time. Do you know when they're going to get here? Things like that.
Do I need to roll insight to determine if they're talking about us when they say, do you know when
No,
they'll be here?
they're
They're talking about us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's all I get?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kai is currently working with a few individuals, and it seems like they're moving troops, moving people getting set for some sort of operation.
Okay.
You mentioned that 100 people could potentially die. and they're questioning whether or not we're going to show up and when we're going to show up.
I think we need to get there as soon as possible. Was there any indication of where they were currently?
Was there any indication of where they were?
They are still in the storm of Vessi. It looks
Vessi's
like
Ridge.
they're on the northern side of the storm at the moment, but if they continue their path, by the time you guys get there, they'll be on the southern side.
Okay. So we could intercept them kind of like in the middle if we start. Okay.
Yeah.
Two
Because that's basically where they've been hiding out. Is they've been hiding out in that storm. It's the only thing that's been giving them cover. Because no one else is stupid enough to go in the
That
storm.
close, yeah. Okay. So, should that be our next?
Yeah, I think we should start heading towards the storm now.
Okay. So while you figure that out, I'm gonna run to the restroom and we'll get going. So just decide what you're gonna do for the next 7 days sailing.
7 days. We're gonna put in a VHS tape.
Who's Gary?
Who's
Just one.
You want both?
No.
I don't know why they're wet.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, that's because they were sitting in my cup, which I'd washed out.
He already ate his rabbit, and I'm not really a big fan of just straight milk chocolate, so I was asking if I traded him a rabbit if I could have a research.
You can just have it. Because I was just gonna give them to Melissa's boys. I wasn't gonna eat them.
Take the rabbit.
Yeah.
Do you want the
Just
rabbit?
take- no, I don't want the rabbit. Take the rabbit, please.
I want the research.
I might eat one rabbit, or share it with Ben's.
Yeah.
I'll,
I'm not.
you want me to take them both?
No, just take one.
Alright. I'll have the kids fight to the death over
There
them.
you go.
There you go. That's the best thing to do. That way, they only have to worry. She only has to worry about bringing them over tomorrow.
Just one. Yeah.
Should probably go to jail for letting that happen. But
Nah.
There you go. You guys have a sleepover at the Union Police.
At least we'll be in a safe area.
Today's concrete, so it'll keep you safe from tornadoes.
Yeah, when I bit into that, I had thought it would have filling. I didn't realize it's hollow.
Yeah.
So, what's the name of the place that we're heading towards?
The Bessie's
Vessi's
Ridge.
Ridge. We're
The
traveling
giant
along
storm in the middle.
Oh.
alongside this storm.
It's been a couple weeks, okay?
Val, can we shove off and head to Bessie's Ridge?
On it.
The southern portion of Bessie's Ridge.
That's the southern portion of Bessie's Ridge.
I realize it's a big storm, and that's an important distinction.
She starts driving.
If anybody
into
looks
it.
at Val,
She looks like
she's a permanent skeleton.
yeah. She's probably really Olga.
Not to.
She is currently not speaking to Olagu.
I see.
She will not look at him. She will not address him. She will not talk about him.
Okay.
He does not exist.
Can we? I pull out the map that we have of all of the islands, and I'm like, can you show where the intercept point you think is going to be?
I'm assuming I'm able to figure that out.
Yeah.
The good interception point. Okay, I pointed out.
It'll be in
Approximately
the
there.
southwest of the storm.
Okay. If we head there, should take us about a week, but we should meet up with them there.
All right.
Hopefully it's not incredibly urgent, because a week is quite a long time for things to happen.
Do
This
you
is true.
Very
want
true.
to? Once we cast off, do you want to send to Kai and let him know that we're on our way? But it'll be about a
Oh
week.
wait,
Yes, absolutely.
you guys got? Did you guys get speed enhancements?
We got the, we can change the shape of the hole and the skeleton. And we can change the shape to be.
Change the shape of the hole.
Yeah, the hole. The hole
That was the
Oh.
one that the group decided on.
The
Yeah.
shape of the
He
hole.
decided to make you guys skeleton crew.
Tighter.
Yeah.
no longer need to worry about supplies. Or sleep.
But it didn't increase. I thought we did do something that
Yeah,
increased our
changing
speed.
the shape of the hole allows us to.
Yeah, that's what I have to look at real quick because that might change how long it's going to take you to get there.
Well,
We want our hole to be bigger.
We want it to be more
smaller.
streamlined.
Which one did you guys take? The shifting hole?
Yes. For storms, we can make it wider and shallower.
Nice wider hole. Wide the
I
hole
mean-
make it shallower.
this was all about shifting holes. Being a shifter.
Okay. I will give you guys the speed bonus on that. I'll say it'll shave 3 days off your travels.
It even shaves the whole.
One cool thing about it is that you guys can go through. You guys can travel across as little as 3 feet worth of water in the boat by changing that hull.
You know what this means? We can just beach and dock anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great.
Everything's great. The water's great.
You're doing really well. You're being
You think the
very
water's great?
Well,
We toyed with the idea if we can find a way to propulsion, we can change the shape of the hull to turn into a
Is this just
submarine.
you finding something else to complain about because you had self-realizations?
that
Everything's okay. Everything's great. The water's great. And life is great. We're skeletons. This is just great.
Artemis,
After 24 hours.
Artemis, we're not skeletons yet. And friend, it's okay.
I forgot about that.
No one. Thinks,
Everything's
No,
okay.
hey. No one thinks you are a wonderful human.
I'm not a human. I don't think I am. I don't know what I am anymore. Why are you talking to me like
You
I'm
are
a human?
a wonderful person. You are.
Well, she's half human.
Hey.
You are a wonderful
person.
I'm just gonna sit and just.
Would you feel better over the terror? Fuck that, bring those. Would you feel better with?
Mom's a human and my dad's a wolf, and I don't know what I am.
Sounds like depressed is the answer.
You are you, and who you are is someone who is a wonderful person.
I'm not a person.
You are
I don't
a
know what I
person.
am anymore.
A person is simply an individual.
Yeah,
friend.
it doesn't necessarily mean human.
No, it does not mean
Not
human.
in this-
I am
not-
a person.
Not in this realm.
He is a person. He is a person. He is a person. Val is a person.
That was a
Oh,
skeleton.
speaking of which, Val.
It's only an illusion. It's not actually real.
Val, I have something.
Does that mean
for
I'm
you.
an illusion too?
Thanks for your help. I give her a box of flowers. I know things have been tense here recently, but apparently I had a box of flowers specifically for you that I had been holding on to for some reason.
A
Well,
box of flowers?
Yep,
thank you.
like you have a box of roses.
I wonder what they'll look like as skeletons.
Well, I don't think.
Oh, they're not humanoids. That will not be an issue.
Yeah.
You don't exist to Val right now. I think you should settle down.
She will come to appreciate
Oh,
it.
so we want to send to Kai? Is that what we want to do now that we've established that he's not being held hostage?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna slowly be crawling on my hands and knees to my room. And then you guys just see me just crawl and the door closes.
Can you use your tail to do it?
Maybe.
Pre-inside tell. That's an interesting individual. I cast sending. So we know where how did we establish that we know that he's at Vesti's Rage?
Because he's in the
Scry.
middle of the storm with the
Yeah.
scrying.
Oh, okay,
Because
gotcha.
I can see him here.
Gotcha.
I saw where it was.
Kai. Message received. We're headed your way. Expect us in about 4 to 5 days. Updates would be nice. Please?
Okay, love you, bye.
Nope.
Fuck you back.
I don't think that's it either.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of incest.
Get here quick. The Mezzoloth are moving. We think they plan to execute all the prisoners.
Ooh, what prisoners?
All the ones being held at the camp that you guys know about,
Yep.
where they've been taking everyone and holding people hostage.
I don't remember this camp.
We talked about it at the very beginning of the game.
You mean a year
The
ago?
place with the big red dot.
Oh yeah, Jupiter. Alright, so he sent back to me. And I'll relay this to Artemis as well, in case she thinks of something that the rest of us don't. Apparently the Mezzoloth are on the move. He suspects that they're going to execute the prisoners at this camp. At some sort of camp. So, I believe we must make up the most haste. Did that trigger something for you? I saw you kind of.
Try to remember the camp.
I think it was,
important.
It's been a few months since we discussed it.
and I think it was kind of a passing comment, and you guys didn't focus much on it.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
You just kind of knew of it.
I can cast Sending to ask him to specify more about the camp.
If we're meeting him in a few days, he'll have all the information prepped and ready to give us in a briefing.
Okay. Yeah, if you're sure. And then I'm gonna go over to Artemis's door. Artemis, I just got off the Sending with Kai. He said that we must make up the most haste to meet with him, and that there is a possibility that the Mezzoloth are on the move, and that they're going to execute people held at some sort of camp. Does that ring any sort of bells with you?
How much of this would I know?
She hasn't the same recall or whatever.
Yeah.
Do
So
you mind?
you
I think that only
know,
lasts for a
you
month.
know that there's effectively a prisoner concentration camp at Silver Tree,
Okay.
and that is the main encampment for the Mezzoloth. You know that that's where, it's basically unsafe for anyone to travel there. If you go to Silver Tree, you're basically fucked. And that all the prisoners they take, and they'll take people for any reason, they end up there.
Okay.
You guys have managed to be in the outskirts this whole time, and the few times you guys were close, you made some good rolls. So you guys haven't had to deal with them a lot, but things are changing.
So we're gonna go there?
Oh, I think we're gonna meet with Kai first, and then possibly head there.
I'm sure he has a plan on
It sounds like we might have
what to do.
a fight on our hands.
I hope so.
I mean,
From what I remember, that place is very dangerous.
Hey, not everybody thinks about death the way you do. We are going to be respectful.
So if you guys wanted to effectively move the ship faster by you guys being active the whole time.
As in rowing?
As in actively working the sails and not just leaving one person to move the boat along.
Yeah.
The way
But-
you guys have.
Rowing.
Getting in the back and just pushing
I
it.
have 8 friends to row. And they
4 on
don't
each
tire.
side.
You guys don't have oars.
We don't have that type of ship.
What ship doesn't have oars in case of emergencies?
Quite literally, very many.
Large ships like this one. This is not not a small ship.
All ships have oars in case
Life
of
is
emergencies.
not Pirates of the Caribbean, friend. Nor is it a Viking
I mean-
show.
I'm good to lend my help.
If you guys are willing to do that, the whole group has to choose. You can shave off a day by taking 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
You would still get rest. It's just you're not getting all
We don't need to
rest.
sleep.
we don't.
Oh,
need
that's
to sleep.
true. Okay. I just wanted to do that, so hey, you guys have to shave a day.
I'll be up all night making potions for
We
it.
don't have to eat, sleep, or drink or anything like that, right?
Yep.
Because
I really
we're
hate
the
it.
crew of the
I
undead.
really hate it when you do
But
that.
you guys all have to choose to be actively working basically the whole time.
I will.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
so
have
then
plenty of labor to help out.
you guys will make it in all of 2 days.
Oh,
What
wow.
would have been a 3-day journey because you guys were being active and getting the ship moving. You make it out in about 2 days. So you get there about a half a day ahead.
To keep everybody's spirits up, I'm going to sing and start like a
Are you starting a sea shanty?
not chanting like I've been working on the railroad all day long, but the sea version of it, I guess. Trying to get everybody else to
What is it?
join. I'm to keep everybody's spirits up. I'm gonna sing "Row Your Boat."
And if you pass by my door, you just hear me humming.
Oh wow! I forgot my performance was so goddamn high. 19.
Alright. I would say that works. That helps. Also, so you guys get there. Anyone have the stats for your ship?
No. Unless send it on Discord.
That would be.
I have a page somewhere. Battleground Kingdom, places, the Minnow. Is this the right page?
Submersible?
Yes, I have
No.
the stat block for it.
That's the submersible.
Not
That's
for
the
the
sub.
It was
The, for the minnow?
Yeah.
You guys are on the minnow.
We also,
Which is a sloop.
Yep.
Yes, we have.
Alright. So,
Gargantuan vehicle.
where can I get?
Oh yeah, because I bought and brought a lot of them.
Alright.
It was like 60
So
something
just-
cannons. 46.
So as Kai's ship comes around and you recognize Kai's ship, almost immediately upon seeing you, they fire.
What?
yeah, because we look like fucking
Yeah, we look at.
ghosts.
No one told him.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
We have 8 zombies on board.
I mean the campaign
As soon as
I was waiting for someone to say something, and I was like, okay, they don't. I already know what I'm doing.
Who's all sitting there?
Right, that's what we look like.
What's your AC?
Of the ship?
Yep.
What part of the ship?
The whole.
15.
Alright, so I'm going to hit it with a 12-pound cannon.
Jesus.
For 5d10. Fuck my life.
Doesn't it have like a damage threshold or something like that?
It says
I'm trying to find that
it's
one.
15.
15. Oh yeah.
Do you have one more d10 I can borrow? I don't think so.
I'm gonna
It's the only non-verbal one.
There's only one non-metal.
That too.
I'm resharing it. So that way you can rehab it. It's still like that.
24.
Maybe sideways.
24 minus 15, so 9.
As soon as it hits, I want to run down to the fungi and immediately ask them to send a message to Kai being like,
Stop
hey, we're the
blowing
ghost
holes in our
ship, please
ship."
don't shoot anymore. Okay, love you, bye.
Alright, we're just going, I'm just, because they get the first shot off, you guys are just next to initiative order. What do you guys want to do?
I want to run down to the fungus wall and be like, send a message to Kai. Hey, we are the ghost ship. Please stop shooting holes in our ship.
I cast sending. Kai, please stop shooting. That's us. We're disguised as a ghost ship. You'll see one of us holding a white towel. And I'm immediately gonna have a white towel.
What's your AC again?
For the whole?
Yep.
15.
So this is going to hit, this is a 16.
Can we shape the hole to have a thickened front?
Is that an option?
It takes 10 minutes.
Just shape the hole.
Ah, that makes sense.
26.
26
Yeah.
minus 15, so that's 11.
What happens when you leave the ship? Like, someone jumps into the water, does it wear
If
off?
you leave the ship, the effect resets, right? You have to wait and be there for another 24 hours for it to restart. You all could just go for a 10-minute swim every day. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be a ghost ship.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just has a skeleton.
So you guys' turn again.
What did he get
Like-
the sending?
Yeah, did he?
Yes, he got it.
But no response.
You don't. He didn't respond, but you get the feeling that he got it.
And this is his ship?
Yes.
So
And he still hit us?
Well, it takes time to get from the captain to the person manning the cannons. It's not an instantaneous thing. In 6 seconds, they're not
Right,
gonna jump
right.
between.
So does it look like they're cease firing? They're disengaging?
Not the people who are firing at you.
Or reloading?
How far away are they?
I have my zombies load the cannons in
Um,
case they've been hijacked.
They're probably about 1,000 feet out.
I want to run back upstairs from where I was yelling at the fungus wall and cast wall of water in front of our helm to try
Okay.
and add some layers of security. So I'm concentrating.
I'm also going to cast fog cloud to cover to obscure us.
Cloud on a skeleton ship.
That doesn't make it look more
That's
ominous.
not right.
Oh, but I love it. Okay,
That fall on your
so
side.
that's your turn.
Yeah.
Would that fall on my side?
They do fire again, but this one misses, and when it misses, who all can see that far out? Who all? Does anyone have a thingamajig so they can actually see?
Like a spyglass?
Oh,
Yeah.
He would be the one to have it since he's in the owl's
yeah,
nest.
I'm in the owl's nest, so yeah, I have it up there.
Okay, so you're watching. So use that when the last one fired, someone pulled it to the side of the last one. Like someone came running up and
Just
pulled it
stop
to the
him.
side. Right.
Okay. Right now,
Your turn. Technically still in turn order.
I believe they're ceasing fire. I think.
So does that mean I should stop holding the wall of water, or maybe keep it up for a little bit?
Keep it up for just a few more seconds.
All
just to
right, I
make
like
sure.
that plan.
I'm not sure if everybody got the
initiative thing
message.
fall on your
I
side?
like it.
I will also keep the fog cloud up.
I don't know if it's helping our image.
Alright. They do stop firing. At this point, they've stopped firing and they're continuing to move in your direction.
Okay.
Are you still waving the white towel?
I'll drop. Well, I can't. I will drop the fog cloud and I'll continue to wave my white flag.
And they come up to your side. Are they just gonna see the skeleton crew?
Open fire.
How close do they get?
Are you Orion or Crux right now?
I'm alright.
Obviously, an owl. Owlin.
So they see the bird bones.
But did they ever meet Orion, or was it always Crux?
It was always crows.
Please don't fire. It's us.
But I'm way up in the.
How close are they?
They pull up like right next to us.
Yeah, they're
Is it
pulling
within
right-
boarding
Boarding.
distance?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to Misty step over there, and I'm assuming as soon as I'm off, I'm no longer a skeleton.
Your skeleton, like the visage, just kind of like melts away.
Hi, please stop shooting at us. Sorry.
Is there anybody in their crow's nest?
Yes.
Okay, like one person?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over and make it an owl's nest.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fly over there, so it should all the skeleton things should fade away. So now they just see an owlin coming their way. But I look friendly. I look nice.
After all the skeletons
And then
stuff.
approach up there.
Hi.
Hello. We're allies.
Okay.
It's just like a normal sailor. Is that, it just
Yes.
looks like a crew member.
Yes.
And then looking down, are they? Do I see Kai?
Yeah. So Kai comes running over. It looks like he was at the rear of the ship where the cannons were, and you will see Kai come out. A spectral hole? Really, sister?
Olgu. Turtle man? Yeah, no. He slid that one on us. But I gotta say, like, it's... We don't have to eat. That's kind of nice, because nobody can cook for shit.
These are bad games this turtle plays.
Yeah, no. We're all aware, unfortunately.
I'm gonna put a board across so the rest of us can cross.
And they're working on like tying the ships so that they,
Don't drift.
so they don't drift
They
apart.
drift together.
So does everyone cross over?
Nope, I'm in my room.
I'm gonna grab
Do you
Artemis.
cross over?
No.
Artemis,
I do while he was on
we have
on
to
the
go
ship
meet
to
with
guard
Cry.
it.
I'm busy making more potions for our trip to the thing to do the stuff so that way we can murder everybody. Killing things is the only way I'm gonna be okay.
I don't hear this.
I need to know what's happening here. Hold on.
You're on the ship. On Kai's ship.
Staring
I'm on
down.
Kai's ship.
On Kai's ship. On Kai's ship, walking towards Kai.
Yes, as he's kind of half shouting at you while you're
As-
walking up.
Yes, I agree. Berate me. That's fine. This is Tiny. Tiny?
Strange games you play, sister.
Yeah, no, I acknowledge this one's on me. Tiny, this is my brother Kai. Kai, this is Tiny.
Your shiny's shiny?
Shiny's brother. Sure, let's go with that.
Does that mean I get another shiny?
No, I think you have enough right now. Maybe we can talk about expanding later.
But the turtle one was talking about me putting them in jars.
Olagu.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is something that happened.
What size jars?
Soul jars.
You were giving
That could
young
work. Scientifically possible.
No,
It is.
I don't give a shit. No. Sorry. Where's Stratos and Artemis? Zordon?
Do you guys make your way off?
Papa, can you hear me? Artemis, can you see me?
No, my door's shut.
Can I make a persuasion check to see if I can like swoon her to come out?
What's the opposite of persuasion? Because I don't wanna.
That's her call.
Just make
Deception?
a wisdom save.
30.
Can you beat a 30?
No.
Okay. You might
It's a dirty 20.
be skulking. Or sulking. Not skulking, different thing. You might be sulking, but you end up going.
I promise I will sing you the rest of the song when we get
I
back.
don't want no songs. I want to be left alone
I think
to
you-
sulk on my own in my room, or I want to kill something to get this energy out that I have because I'm not okay.
We're friends, so I'm
You're
just trying to
lucky we're
help.
friends.
You're lucky we're friends. So when you get to the ship, Kai turns to you. Brother, you made it!
I don't think. Okay, well, thank you. I am still in my royal form. I didn't change back. Yes, we made it. We came as quickly as we could. We made good haste.
Oh, and this is probably a conversation that would have come up, and I didn't mention it, but he's concerned, even though you're not, because you have this this royal Atlantean form, you are a brother. Even if you end up,
It may have been from a wild affair, but
even if like
totally new.
you end up leaving Atlantis and never coming back, he's always going to consider you
Papa got around.
a brother.
maybe his mama got around.
Nope.
Kind of hard to hide that one.
Not if they were actually his.
So you've learned to maybe just put up with it.
The fact that we just both refer to you as brother.
It's fine.
Which parent carries the royal line? Is it the mom or the dad?
The dad.
Papa
Papa
got
got
around.
So we're here. This, I don't think you've met Orion before. This is Orion.
I'm way up there, but yeah.
Orion!
I see you.
That's Orion.
You have a bird friend now.
He's an owlin.
No, I've
He
not seen one in quite a while.
well, he is a servant of
Severus.
Severus. Thank you.
He took a knock or two on the
One
head.
with knowledge. Good.
So
I wonder if he's ever heard of Istoro.
Orion,
Have
have
you
you ever
told him
heard?
of Istoro yet?
Have you heard the words of Storo?
Zorro?
Astoro.
He is our god of knowledge. And there's this odd little, I want to say suspicion, but he's been known to take the form of an owl before, and he loves to attend lectures. In fact, on the Isle of Zavros, in Zavo, the Isle of Learning, where most of our colleges are, it is not uncommon for owls to sit in lecture halls. And no one shoos away an owl in fear that it is Istoro himself.
Are you secretly a god?
I'm coming down at this point. Can I roll a history check about that?
Yeah.
28.
Okay, so technically this is something that would have been known before the wall went up. Whether you would have heard whisperings of it, you might have even heard of it still in the guild, though no one would have known where that superstition came from. But yes, you feel like that is a thing you might have heard before, but never actually, you've never actually seen people follow that particular superstition.
And it's the god of what's the name?
Istoro.
Istoro.
Istoro. Yep. Istoro. Istoro.
Okay. Istoro.
He's the god of knowledge, of wizards and sorcerers and warlocks. And he was known to take the form of an owl to attend lectures, just to listen to how it was taught. Because he found the different ways people would teach the same thing interesting. And because of that, nobody ever shoos an owl out of a place of study. And in fact, owls are commonly found all over the place inside any learning center worth its salt.
I see him in my cabin all the time.
No, you don't.
You see what in your cabin all the time?
Owls.
No, you don't.
Shush, God. This is between me and Orion.
The god of Stero would never bless you.
You see owls in your cabin all the time, and
He's
you never told
dreaming
me.
of you.
He's dreaming of you.
He's dreaming of you.
No, I just look out my window.
That makes sense.
He's not the
He's
only one.
dreaming of you. Oh, he's not the only one.
You dream of me too.
Yes, it is me. I confess.
Don't you have a wife?
This is it.
I do have a. I don't mean like I dream of him sexually. I just admire him as a person.
I think it's sexual.
I think it's sexual
It's not sexual.
Right now, the only thing I
I
admire is killing
apologize for
things.
breaking up the gathering, but
Mm-hmm.
we have some important news, and I would appreciate if we could
Yes, I think
go back to my quarters to speak.
for the meeting
Yes.
The meat.
gives him.
I will ask my advisors and to come in shortly, but will you send for what's his name? Obsidian. Will you send for him, please? Come quickly.
Obsidian like the rock? Mm-hmm. What a strange
I'm going to
name.
meet the rock.
Do you think his first name is perhaps Dwayne?
It's possible.
Why would it be Dwayne?
Good eyebrows.
So there's a really, really old legend of a hero named
Was he a
Dwayne
was he a
the Rock.
scorpion king?
You know, I think I've heard it that he was a scorpion king.
Did he have
In
a
his
nice
past
Johnson?
life, I believe.
I've heard it that he was a football player who had a small child, and there was a
The
pastime.
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy. Right. So what is
He was even a
Obsidian
sheriff of
known
a town. He rolled with a big stick.
And as you guys make your way
Where he
into
walked
his
tall.
room,
He walked very tall.
you guys hear behind you, you don't really hear him. You might notice him, because I know your perception is fairly high.
for? My passive perception 17.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What's yours?
18.
Yeah. So he's going to hear the footsteps,
My passive perception is 20.
Christ.
They're pretty silent. Like, you get the feeling the majority of people would not hear this person coming. And he's moving swiftly. So the idea that he's moving quickly and quietly,
Pretty intriguing.
you get the feeling that he's skilled. And he comes up behind you. Obsidian? Really? Well, yeah, you told people you don't want your real name used around. I always forget your nickname.
What is the nickname?
The nickname's Obsidian.
What's your real name?
What is your real name?
Is it Dwayne?
Is it the
Johnson.
Better watch your friend before he gets hurt sneaking up around like that.
My job is to sneak.
I'm not the
That's
one
an
to do that
interesting
around.
line of work?
How about
At
you
least
stop
not right
growling
now.
at me, child, before I put you in your place?
What does this creature look like?
Ooh.
What does this person look like? Like, what are they?
Dragonborn.
They're a dragonborn.
A large one.
Are they male?
Male.
Male?
And gold.
They're gold. They're
Gold
gold
Dragonborn. What does their aura look like?
5 check.
White
Oh.
with black
Olivia's got
edges.
none of that.
I got the black.
You get all the black. You get lots of it.
Okay.
Mostly purple. I'm mostly purple.
That's true.
No, you're not. It changed.
No, it changed to be mostly purple.
I forget, what check do you run against intimidation? If someone's rolling intimidation against you. What's the
It
count?
could,
Investigation?
Insight,
No.
you could make it a save if you wanted, like a charisma
wisdom or
save.
charisma.
Persuasion?
Yeah, charisma would probably be the best one.
I would make a charisma save.
4.
So you roll the. Oh.
No.
You roll the.
19? Or
Your charisma saves a.
I just I felt it move. It did, it moved. It didn't.
Oh,
It
no.
changed sides.
I'm 18.
What's your roll?
Natural 20.
Not 20.
You immediately shut up and you stop growling.
Still got a death glare though.
You do, but you get the feeling he is not the person to mess with. Everything about him screams swift and easy kill. Like, he could do a swift and easy kill. He is dressed. He is a gold dragonborn, but he is dressed in all black. Considering the stealth with which he moves, and you get the feeling that it's very natural for him, that he doesn't, that that's just the way he is. Everything about him is very silent and geared towards getting information and making sure no one knows.
Is he
Leaving no
wearing?
witnesses.
Is he wearing like any footwear, or does
No.
he just have his? Okay.
Hail and well met.
This is impressive.
Well met. You would recognize his sword.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's kind of why I'm giving you all the info.
I
But.
got you.
And Kai kind of sighs and closes the door and walks up to the table. There is much that has happened, but I think I will let Obsidian lead this conversation, as he is the one who brings the news to us. Obsidian seems to take a seat, and he just kind of looks at you guys. They know you're here, the Mezzoloth. They figured out who your group is. One of my men discovered that they have a ship following you. Shortly after you left, a troop of Hydroloth swept into the Sea Dwarven City just after you left. 75 are dead. Many are injured. But they managed to keep them out. Some we've taken in to get some information from. but your week and a half of travel was not light. Much has happened. And worse still, I myself, just several days ago, came back from Silvertree on the Isle of... I forget the name of the isle. Silvari. And word was going around, the Mezzoloth are tired of the games. We suspect that they're planning some kind of big movement. At the moment, we don't know what. We think maybe prisoners are planning to be killed. I did manage to swipe something, though, that is very worrying. About 2 weeks ago, several large contingencies of Mezzoloth came back to the Isle, each having come from a different direction, and they were all carrying leaden boxes, one from each ship.
Godstones.
I managed to swipe one.
Okay.
I think they have at least two more that I could confirm, but we suspect they have more of them. They're in the encampment, which is a problem because there's easily 500 Mezzoloth at the encampment. And if they destroy the Godstones, we're fucked.
The Godstone's gonna be destroyed?
That's what we think they've been working on trying to figure out.
Well, think about Nelly.
What?
You know, the dwarf who took a shard of one to
He
power
just took a
something.
shot away, he didn't destroy it.
Well, he had to break it to do so.
But if they break
But
it,
the magic was still within the shard.
But imagine if they break them into powder and spread them across the seas.
there are ways
That's
magical
basically
powder.
destroyed.
Why don't we destroy them then?
to destroy the Godstones.
The mono people,
Mezzoloth?
the guy, those things.
They're 500 strong in that encampment.
There's 5 of us plus whoever else.
I'll take the 100 on the right.
Take the 100 in the center. Alright.
And
Order.
his head whips up to the door, and Kai...
Oh, that was a lot. I thought that was like a gavel.
I will have order.
I would not just go randomly banging on the table.
You just did.
But it wasn't random.
Knocking, so pounding at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
So you guys hear the pounding, and it's fast, rapid. I mean, you guys heard it. And Kai opens the door, and at the other side is another being, looks like an elf, dressed very similarly to the to Obsidian, to Johnson.
Okay. The rock.
John Sidian.
We have news. And Kai motions him in. And Obsidian leans forward. What? We've confirmed. On... Let me look it up. What is it called? On the first day of the Festival of Terra, they're planning to execute all the prisoners and burn the city. They plan to kill everyone on the island.
What do they stand to gain from that, other than to spread terror?
To spread terror, Kai's response.
It'll also free up all the Mezzoloth guarding those prisoners to continue their rampage.
I guess they are demons. The
We know they've been
makes
tiring.
sense.
They've been trying to gather information. It's why they take many that they do.
I mean, they could just surrender. And,
Do you think Loth would let them?
no.
That's what I thought. They're in it for the long haul. I don't think
It would certainly be one of the biggest shows of powers we've had since the insurgency. And especially on the first day of the Volterra.
What's
How long until the Festival of Terra?
yeah.
8 days.
That's for it.
Is there something significant or special about that day, other than it's the first day of a festival?
Terra is considered our goddess of life. In order for them to do such a thing on her day,
Is it just blasphemy, or will it
Well,
actually harm?
that? But
Possibly.
Terra's temple is just outside of Silvertree.
So
Do you think this may be a ploy to
Do you think that's
possibly destroy a godstone and like reduce the magic within it, since her magic is life?
they could desecrate that temple with
Such-
that act.
Right.
All of it.
And then we wouldn't be able to replace the Godstone, for that would no longer be her holy place.
Is that possible?
In theory, with the Godstone not protecting the temples, I mean,
With 500 deaths in one day on her day.
Oh, that's 500 Mezzoloth. That's not many prisoners.
Yeah, that's true.
How many
How many
prisoners are there?
prisoners?
250
Yeah.
on last count. From what we could make out. Not to mention the 24,000 in the city.
Are you planning on moving troops to engage with them?
That's where we're concerned. And Obsidian stands up and he goes over to a chest against the wall, to the same place that you saw Kai pull out the original Godstone. And he comes back with a lead chest and he flips it open. And inside is Terra's Godstone. I managed to take this one, and with this news, probably to our benefit. But we've noticed that when you guys place the stones, most of the Mezzoloth are kicked out of
That's what I was just
the
about to
region.
say.
Yeah.
The problem is with so many Mezzoloth at the encampment, the goddess's sanctuary is behind the encampment in a valley in the mountains. You have to get through the encampment to get to her temple. So our concern is how to get a group of 6 of you to the temple.
What if we fly
I
over?
was about to
I was
say, do we
thinking
need
that.
6 or do we just
Especially
need 1
Considering the Mezzoloth are looking
turned
for
invisible?
it.
Well, the Allen will not be able to replace the Godstone.
That's a
We need
good
one
point.
of us.
How many people can you carry?
Can we disguise ourselves as them?
Unlikely none. I don't weigh very much.
No, they're different sizes.
What happens if something that's not living touches a godstone?
No. We are not blaspheming Terra with one of
That would be a poor choice of
Fucking-
gods.
For the god of life. It
I
is
brought life
artificial.
back to them.
Yes, it is artificial life. It's not as if it's not life.
Hey, so I might have a way to get to the temple.
You do.
While we were with the Dwarves of Sindri, I had asked one of them to help me locate prayer beads, and with it I can cast Windwalk, which would allow myself and up to 10 willing creatures you can see assume a gaseous form for the duration, and the duration is 8 hours.
Ooh.
So we might be able to fly directly to the temple. from the air.
Artemis appeared to also have
I am
something.
also excellent at
You
distractions.
turn us into
Gas.
Gas.
farts.
Sure.
Here's our problem.
Scented farts. I do like this idea.
We have our best case scenario is we attempt a frontal assault in order to prevent them, to stop them in their tracks effectively, while a team goes out to the temple to replace the Godstone. We also need a team to go in and retrieve the other Godstones in the middle of the chaos.
We've already pulled godstones out of the middle of a Mezzoloth encampment.
And we have to get as many prisoners out as we can at the beginning,
So that way
Be-
we don't can
because the concern is the Mezzoloth are known to kill prisoners. They've done it before.
What if,
So
instead
they would
of
have to
distracting
die.
the frontal assault, we distract them with a small false assault so they don't think they need to kill the prisoners, while the other group goes and replaces the Godstone. Hopefully the Godstone
But
can...
but with so many there,
The hope is that it's not going to get rid of all of them, it'll get rid of enough of them that we can coordinate that as soon as we press it, then the frontal assault is triggered.
What if we
so
trap them
you
in a
want to
whip?
start with a small scuffle, say.
Something that won't cause them to feel endangered enough to preemptively ruin their plans or jump their plans, but it's not enough to draw a few more eyes in a different direction.
Well,
They would expect a
here's-
large assault to be a distraction, but a small assault they would think is a desperate attempt.
Here's our concern. Hold on. As I try to add. This is the one you guys get to see for now. So I just sent you guys a map. This is the map laying out on the table.
This is the encampment.
It's 4 stories. This is the southern entrance, and going up the north trail from the back of the encampment leads towards the valley where Terra's temple is. The problem is if we start even a small scuffle, we're only going to draw the eyes of anyone on these balustrades. And this particular map is slightly older. We know that they've done new construction, and we don't know for sure what the insides look like. We haven't been able to get
What
in.
is the overarching topography of the island?
Do we think that they would be interested in more prisoners? The more bodies they sacrifice or use in their plan, the more likely it is to succeed, don't you think?
Let's just say prisoners who make their way in aren't always whole.
Well, we don't. have
We
to
can't
capture-
guarantee that anyone would be usable on the inside if we let them serve as bait.
What is their ultimate? What is
We already know what they did to the Gemini twins.
What does Loth and the Mezzoloth ultimately want? What is their goal here?
World domination.
They sought to use this area as a foothold into this.
Oh, so they're not after the royal family or anything like that?
Well,
No, they are.
they are right now because we're the only ones
disrupting.
preventing them from getting what they want.
We've disrupted their plans to a degree that we have gone from a nuisance to a trial. Which is not great.
They heard the news about the killed general. They know that you guys are the ones who killed him.
Well, I can't say I regret that, but
The one we killed in the hole?
The generals came together. We know they came together for a meeting, but we did not know till after the fact. And it's the first time they've met since the insurgency. Where's my note on that?
Would they see us if we're invisible?
So we know that the generals have met for the first time since the insurgency. We suspect that they're planning to split the troops after they leave Silver Tree, to get more scouts on the seas and to start blocking progress, blocking your progress.
Automist had a good question.
Yeah.
Would they see us if we're invisible?
Yes.
Some of them are probably powerful enough to have true sight, especially the
Driders.
The Driders, thank you.
Where is a map?
What about if we completely alter our looks?
Which island was this on?
We did talk about
Silvari.
turning us into a
Where
fog.
is that on the map?
Isn't
Silvari.
a
It's
bad
silver tree,
idea.
that red dot.
Yeah.
I still think that's our best one.
Do we
I
know
would
where on
enjoy-
the island of Silvari this is?
I've never been
Here, why don't I just pull out this map?
a gas
Because we
before.
don't need.
We don't need a big full map.
I can craft us all potions to alter ourselves.
True sight can still see
Yeah.
through that.
Oh
Can
yeah,
But
it's
But physical
but disguise.
Alright, so I'm just laying out my map real quick.
it would be cool if we could turn ourselves into Mezzoloth.
So Silver Tree.
Let me. It's gonna be difficult.
So Silver Tree is out over here. Okay. So this is the town of Silver Tree. It's in the middle of the Purple Forest. And just northeast is the compound. It's only about an hour's walk out of Silver Tree. Just slightly north of that, inside the valley of the mountains, is
The temple?
Terra's Temple.
So what I'm saying is, why can't we go windwalk from the mountains? We don't have to go near the camps. On the backside.
Yes, go far by the mountains.
That's technically closer to the
The-
coast.
Climb the mountains as well.
You could, but this
It
is
should be easy.
these are sheer cliff faces.
Well, we can fly. That's what her windwalk would be.
As it gets too windy and we get.
And it is technically closer to the coast. Toward
The
through the
question then becomes, who's going to go in to retrieve stones?
In the
I mean,
past,
sneaking
when
in as a
we've
forest,
replaced a godstone,
Especially if you don't smell.
we have noticed that a lot of the Mezzoloth and the Hydroloth in the area have been smited from the earth.
Right.
If that were to happen, one of us could perhaps stay with a larger force and go in and pull the godstones after that initial smiting happens in the vast
or in the
majority
chaos, we will already be close and can go from the temple with the blessings and reap what we sow with a communicated assault from you all.
But we still need somebody there to protect the prisoners. Because we would be hedging a lot of bets.
We will have to hedge bets no matter what.
Yes.
There's not going to be a foolproof way.
You are willing to play with 250 lives. I don't know that I am.
I'm not saying we play with them.
Well, what's the condition of the prisoners? Do we know? Can they walk? Are they malnourished? Abused?
Malnourished, very heavily abused. Many are tortured regularly. We can't speak to the condition of many of them. The Gemini twins were not in good condition when we found them. It looks like they attempted a southern escape down to Asari, and they were found on the banks just outside of Asari, pretty well mutilated. So we suspect that they attempted an escape and were caught and left as
And
a reminder.
are they men, children, women?
Yes.
All. So there may be some prisoners that aren't even able to move and walk out.
It is not uncommon for them to take a child to use against a parent.
I stand by our best chance will be secretly getting Tim to place a Godstone and coordinating a frontal assault with when we take the Godstone for when they're at their weakest and most chaotic. And if we're lucky, some of the leadership may even be taken out from the initial smiting.
Kyle leans back. I just don't know how comfortable I am with your whole group sticking together.
We might have to split the party. Break the rules.
Seems like a bad idea.
Considering the danger of this particular situation, I don't like the idea that the group might be caught together and our only two sources both taken out at the same time.
So
I
you
concur.
two both in separate groups. How many men do you have? Could you muster for a frontal assault?
And women.
Well,
It's a
That's-
general term.
where your help has actually come in handy. So you guys have been doing a lot. You've been sowing the seeds, as I asked you.
Don't worry about it. I've been busy.
And
Noticed.
I have been able to secure help from the Minotaurs. So the Sea Dwarves are willing to send some, though they can't send us many at the moment.
Yeah.
The Pirates of the Skull Isles. And Old Pirate Crick is willing to lend a hand. Because my concern is after the fall of Silvertree, they've gathered a lot of like-minded mortals around Silvertree, and we can't guarantee the safety of Silvertree just because of the fall of the Mezzoloth.
Okay.
So,
Loth sympathizes or whatever.
yes.
There's always some bad eggs that jump to the
I
side.
have reached out to my friends in Sanctuary in Cows. Are you guys familiar with Sanctuary yet?
No.
I don't think so. We'll see.
We have not been.
ventured there.
Okay. So, Obsidian, would you like to explain? I grew up on Drock, and as a draconian male, when a golden dragonborn is born, because we are very rare, we are taken to Sanctuary. It is where we think the first gold dragon lived, and we take in folks who are seeking asylum, effectively, and we take them in until such time as it is safe for them to leave. It is considered our life mission. I am one of very few golden dragons to ever leave Sanctuary. And you guys would probably know that golden dragons are very rare, and they're often considered protectors. That's just something you guys would know. And so likewise, golden dragonborns. We've reached out, and they're willing to take you in for a short time after the fall of Silvertree to guarantee your safety until such time as things have calmed enough for you to keep moving again.
Are you assuming Silvertree will fall? Or are you talking about the fall of Mezzoloth in Silvertree?
Yes.
Okay. Very important
There's
distinction.
much cleaning out that will have to be done, and we will have to make sure that none of the sympathizers take up the mantle.
Yeah. So the people of Silvertree are willing to give all of us, or not, sorry, Silvertree, people of Sanctuary are willing to give all of us Sanctuary, or?
Yes.
I assume
Normally
just
they
the
would not,
survivors.
but considering the situation, they are willing to take this one in.
I have my uses.
You know,
Correct.
His soul is not
pure.
clean enough, typically, to make it to the Isle.
We're gonna have to give you a bath, buddy.
Shall we give you some holy water to drink?
I will blacken it like my soul.
Clean it inside? No. I think I can help you.
Random question that you might not have an answer to. I'm assuming they have a mass grave
No.
near their camp.
No.
More
Are
than
you
likely.
concerned about the dead, or are you concerned about the living?
They could
They
be
do,
useful.
but they normally incinerate the bodies.
See? No.
And yes, I did already have that prepared. Because I knew you.
Can you do perpetual ash?
Perpetual ash.
They're never all incinerated. However, it's not an influx of how many can I do in a quick moment. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
See,
12,
Okay.
18, 19.
Covered the escape.
suddenly appearing in their midst can be a little disheartening. Plus, I can bring 19 from the previous day before.
So, one of our primary concerns is that when we return the Godstone, some of the Mezzoloth should be eliminated, right? But
That
some will remain.
That
More
is
than
the
likely.
assumption.
We will need.
And the ones that remain will more than likely see the coming assault will start executing prisoners.
That is also the assumption. That is why I think our plan is to have people in place to start an immediate assault, both within and without their midst, when the Godstone is placed, to prevent them from able to organize that mass execution.
Do we have a plan of
Not
in
yet.
the midst?
And we.
So,
We also need one of us on the ground to try to pull the Godstones from the wreckage to make sure that they're not lost.
right. Well, my
Well, the Godstones are with the prisoners in that same camp.
Yeah, so we need one of us in that.
Well, so the
This-
prisoner camp is down.
downhill.
It's in the camp. It's just not in the walls.
So, this could be a useful moment for Crux. Given that
His-
I might be stripped of my gear, but he isn't. So if they take me in as a prisoner,
You make a good point.
and even if they harm me when I transform into Crux, it won't be the same. He'll be fine with all of his gear.
You make a very good point.
And I could cause quite a ruckus and at
I
least
have
defend.
another question. What happens if Crux were to have extra dimensional spaces on this person? And then,
Are you
Here's
trying to
the
start a black hole?
tur-
Or are you going
to
to bring
go
out your
in-
skeleton friends?
then he was to travel into your ring as he switched people.
It would just be on his inventory.
Severus put that into mind. If you're asking if you put a bag of holding inside the ring, it doesn't create any singularities.
What would happen to a living being inside the bag of holding, inside the pocket of the ring?
It would be as if you had it inside the bag while you were on the plane. Like, it would be no different.
So you would still only have 10 minutes of air? Or would your sense of time and the need for air be stopped in the ring?
It would be stopped, yes.
So you're saying that we could fill a bag of holding with people, and then you could suddenly have a force fully geared inside wherever you
Only
would appear.
500 pounds of people per bag.
That's
They're back.
2 people.
How much is a dwarf weigh? How much does a sea dwarf weigh?
If we are averaging 180 pounds, that would be
Plus gear. Or with gear.
plus gear.
It doesn't have to be a living person, right? It could be.
It could just be the
Could
undead.
it be
What if we
undead?
reduce their
It
size?
could be 30-pound skeletons.
Can
Could it be you on the
Audimus be able to
undead?
reduce the size?
Yeah, enlarge and reduce.
How long?
Well, time is stopped in there.
Oh,
It will be stopped, yes. So once they...
We're saying we can bring a potential immediate force fully geared inside Orion.
Miniature army in the
Is Crux gonna know to open it?
We'll get there.
how many people can you enlarge reduce?
Yeah.
Does he?
One.
One?
It is 1. But if you're making your potions, and if you have some time to make them,
I can do at least 5.
that would
But-
be helpful.
If you guys can carry 5 each, then maybe I could just use all my magic to do that over the next couple days.
Okay, but do we want a skeletal force in there or do we want an actual force in there? Because the skeletal force, you could get more bang for your metaphorical buck. We send an Oligoo in, and Oligoo just brings all of his skeletal buddies out. And, you can have
And then
what
hides
you
in a
said,
shell.
19
I can summon 19
And he's back.
in a day,
a day.
or per rest.
Okay.
I can bring 19 with me,
So you can bring 19 with you.
as long as 24 hours is not passed.
Okay.
I'll have control of all 36.
Okay.
However, if they are loose in Mezzoloth camp, I do not care if I lose control of them,
Okay.
for they will attack all other living creatures.
Okay. So we have that as an
Including
option.
prisoners.
True, but they'll be safely behind bars, and Mezzoloth will be so tasty outside the bars.
He makes really good points in the most important points of time. Unless the prisoners are not behind bars, if they're instead working in the yard.
Well, plus, if we do this, if he is able to sneak into the middle of the camp and not the prisoners to get the Godstones, Kai's army can take care of the prisoners, but we can have a splinter force immediately appear in the safety of the Godstones.
Yes.
Okay, Obsidian Kai, what do you think of this plan?
I'll start as a fart and turn back into an apple.
I don't know that we can. Okay, maybe. Yeah.
You could.
I don't understand this
Yeah, speed.
turning into Kai business.
Not
Turn
Kai.
into cut. No, no.
Kai. Crux. Sorry.
Farts. Oh, crux. After farts.
Cerberus works in mighty ways.
We've met Crux, right?
It is a
Yes.
powerful gift of Severus, and that is all that is all that's pertinent.
Well, that is all it is.
And
old
this
news to tell.
this Crux figure who's not here that you can swap places with, he'll know to open the bag.
Yes.
That was my concern too. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll make sure he knows. Yes. I cracked his memories.
Oh, you're right.
It's
You're
true.
right. You're right.
You can craft a memory that he snuck in
Correct.
with the bag of holding.
Correct.
to open the
That's
bag.
that's what he'll believe.
All right.
You're sure that you can do this?
No plan is foolproof.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna risk any of my living men.
That's why your men will take care of the frontal assault on the prisoner camp while we secure the Godstones and
So
replace
you
the Godstone.
two will go in with your force of creatures,
Yes.
and you will secure the Godstones while we start the frontal assault.
Should one of us go with them to secure the Godstones?
That would be probably wise.
The
Well,
bag
what
of holding
if-
will be empty and we can just use our gloves and just place them in and forget about them.
I don't know that you've ever forgotten about a damn thing in your life.
Is one of you able, I don't know, to track a person and teleport to them by any means? I know such things used to be doable. So that maybe someone else could go in once things have gotten moving to start releasing prisoners while the Godstones
What
are
spells
secured.
have I chosen?
Are you saying like to get somebody
I
to
can
the prison
prepare
camp
a-
rapidly?
I can prepare a dimension door which can move 500 feet, but
I
that is
also have
for
to
2
mention
people.
duel.
I would be able to create a telepathic bond for up to an hour, so that way no matter where we are, we can always speak to each other to let us know the status of the prison camp. But traveling that distance, I don't
That
think-
would at least let us know when to start the assault.
I also, if absolutely necessary, since these are all demons and creatures from other planes,
I know Vortex
I
Warp.
can banish a few creatures as needed
What the hell is
if we come
Vortex
across
Wolf?
any severely challenging ones. I can make that attempt.
Magically warp a space around you, and you can send a creature into a space of your choice that you can see.
That you can see
You
it.
have to be able to see it.
If that's what it might.
I suppose that'll work. And then who will go to the temple?
Yeah, you have to be able to see it. That's the only caveat.
One of us.
The
Are
other
we-
half of the group.
Are we expecting a force of Mezzoloth at the temple? Should we expect that? Or do we think all their forces are congregated
We
around?
don't know. Normally there aren't any at the temple, but if they're planning something,
Are they able to enter
There
the
may be.
temple? Are they able to enter the temple?
Yes.
no.
No.
The
As long
Mezzoloth
as they
are
are
not?
holy and not desecrated. I can change 5 additional people into wisps of wind, if you will.
Farms, yes.
So we can send some with your group to the temple?
Yeah.
And so you feel that that you would be the best choice to go to the temple to deliver the stone?
We could rock, paper, scissors it like I boulder, paper, shears.
And as necessary as a sacrifice of one of my
Skeleton.
creations of undead, I can turn somebody into a gaseous form and be the holder of the godstones. They can escape.
I like that idea. Once one of you gets their hands on those stones, I want to make sure there's no chance that
Could
they can be
you
grabbed again.
dimension door into the keep?
It has to be an area I can either I think I have to be able to see it or picture.
You can
it.
just call 500 feet in a direction, up to 500 feet in a direction.
I've learned that it is normally safe to assume the spaces where a door would open and close are clear.
Okay.
You don't want to appear inside of a wall.
Right.
That would hurt.
That would, yeah.
Because if we could dimension door, if you could dimension door yourself into the keep, grab the godstones, and then.
The issue is we don't know where in the keep the gods
Yes, I
are.
understand.
I can locate them.
Locate out there.
I'd rather it be me, so if I were to fall, you would still have a true royal among you.
Well, I think the goal is just to have one person who can put the stones in, but I appreciate it,
Yeah.
brother. I told you, we adopted you. You don't get a say in this.
How often do they look up?
I have no idea.
I also
Mezzoloth?
Yeah.
may have a very helpful idea.
What? Why?
I can spider climb onto the ceiling.
Where is that?
And shoot
spell that I
fireballs at
have?
them
I was just
and destroy them.
Well, then they'll notice you.
But they can't reach me from way up there.
You're
Run
just-
around on
you're
the ceiling.
just a little murder cat right now.
So if
Right now, yes.
Murder dog.
I can
Right now,
also,
yes.
to save myself a spell slot, I can place a glyph inside a book, and when you open the book, that spell is released on you.
So we want to give you a glyph to turn into Mist again, part 2, the remix.
Okay.
If you are alright with this.
I can
Yes.
cause some pyrotechnics and some fireworks.
Of
Well,
course.
you might be with me at the temple.
so we need reinforcements
I'm sorry?
just in case you get resistance.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get resistance.
And then we will
I
have
don't know
some
if
of,
they're there.
perhaps some of Kai's men as well with us to make sure that the resistance is well taken care of.
I just want to murder things.
I hear you. And
So-
you are a good person. A little scary right now, but a good person. You're being very brave, and I'm very proud of you.
So theoretically, we'd want all 3 events to happen simultaneously. You attempting to place a stone, the frontal assault, and our protection of the prisoners and locating the godstones in the keep.
Godstone retrieval.
Because the prison camp is next to
the keep.
Am I also placed
So
in the
one of us
godstone?
can protect
No, I would be.
make sure there's no
Okay.
killing of the prisoners while another
Ideally, it
You're
would be
the one who
a
get in.
distraction in their midst,
Because
where
you
they're
can
more worried
dimension
about that
door
before they worry about the
Once
prisoners.
they
Yes, I'm
create
sure a T-Rex would definitely
cahoots.
make them concerned.
A T-Rex surrounded
I'm
by
sure Lynn at some point will let
18
you
skeletons,
place
36
the stones.
skeletons.
A formidable
Did he?
force.
I did.
You did.
that was our test.
What is your supply of bow
I
and
can't
arrows?
dimension door.
Ooh.
What he said? What he asked?
What is the supply of bow and arrows? Grab
We have
skeleton
50
armor.
archers each with roughly 40 arrows that they've made by hand. I'm sure more are
And
coming
in the week that we
troops.
have, we could craft enough for a skeletal force backing up the T-Rex could be well equipped to cause
I'm
havoc.
sorry, what?
Who's gonna be are you gonna be the T-Rex?
No, that would be Crux.
You're going to turn into a T-Rex.
Crux, it's my double
Where's shits and
yes.
giggle?
Polymorph.
That would bring the castle down.
No, it's
No.
in the prison camp outside.
This is when you also have prison camp. That's going to be the distraction in their midst to keep them from focusing on the prisoners.
Yes.
Because there's a T-Rex in the middle of the camp.
It would-
While the other one of you goes into the keep
Correct.
to search for the stones.
Exactly.
Yes. So that way we keep the prisoners safe
I
and
like
locate the
this.
stones.
I truly do. I like this.
We kind of completely threw your plans out the window.
However,
Not really.
you may not like this part. I need access to a host of dead bodies.
There it is.
Well, you're
There's-
hiding a body. It
Well.
doesn't have to be in one piece.
I'm sure there's a graveyard on the way.
Somewhere.
Are any of you opposed to meeting Nessie?
I've already met.
Do you have any outstanding promises to Nessie?
We've all met Nessie.
As far as I'm aware, Nessie owes me.
Okay, there's no way that this could go wrong. Tiny, you might want to hide. Because I don't think Mom's going to want to see you, bud.
I'd be
Good times.
real quiet.
You realize that if your mother sees us, it's either going to go one way of like,
Oh no, I can have so many.
There is a child in my midst, or she's gonna try and kill us for the audacity of having her child in her midst.
Wait, I just realized I can have so many more zombies.
Can I hide in one of those bags?
You have to be able to breathe. You can't breathe in those bags. Do you have to breathe?
Yeah, but I can hold my breath real long.
How long can you hold your breath?
10 minutes.
So the thing is, I don't think that would be enough.
I can have so many more zombies than I thought I could. Because I just realized that I could cast a spell or research control over 4. Now double check my traits. It might be 5. While a normal casting of it to animate would only animate 2. So I can keep control over 4 times as many as I can animate in one sitting. So if I have enough bodies, I can keep control of 75-ish without doing the math. Because if I can...
You've got to show me all that. Because that sounds like a lot. I just want to...
Yeah, I'll message you the math during the week.
Okay. Oh crap, it's 9:20. Alright.
Rough plans made? Good to call it?
Yeah.
So,
You guys feel good with that?
Sure.
I'm
if
excited.
you have enough to plan for next week,
So she has a good idea what to plan.
Jeez.
I've already got it loosely planned.
no sleep.
It does look like it's gonna get to be really rough weather tomorrow from like 3 to 10.
Yep.
So
Please be safe.
Everybody
Please be
be safe. Absolutely.
Batten down the hatches, pull anything inside that needs to go inside.
I was at risk of blowing away and
Yeah, we're gonna have to put
Serious storms?
the hoop down. I think we're already planning to put it
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not working tomorrow because I would hate to be delivering pizzas.
if
Oh,
your
yeah.
trash days are tomorrow, don't put your trash out.
Maybe
Just
not
wait a
working.
week.
Our trash days were today.
we got baby diapers in the...
Uh-huh.
That's fair.
those
the
are
The storm at the beginning of March blew all the trash cans in our neighborhood across the neighborhood.
Oh
And it's supposed to be
dear.
worse.
This one's supposed to be worse. Keyword supposed
We're
to be.
gonna I'm up early enough in the morning that I can
Stop.
put them out in the windows
Looks
before
real
it shuts down.
Like the entirety of Ohio is at risk of
Also,
high category.
It makes me sad because I don't have Bubby here, so I get.
That's fair.
remind me at the beginning of next session that you need to have a dream.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
He needs to have a dream.
I get to have a dream.
Get to be Martin Luther King Jr.
No.
I have a
You're
dream
gonna have a couple of dreams.
Oh boy. Murto and Nessie?
at the same time.
Tries.
Well, that means I need to sleep,
my
and I don't sleep
eyes.
on our ship.
Exactly, which means you need to be sleeping on the other ship.
My new eyes.
Because that is a major link.
We're just gonna remind you, I promise.
It's the major strategy I've been using
For my,
for this whole, like, for people in this campaign.
Okay, it's the end of session 25, aka WTF.